Hi everybody, I'm Greg Fishel. Welcome to the Friday edition of the bonus weather video, number 2 for this week. And the suggestion comes from one of my subscribers where he has noticed that the low temperature on the 7-day forecast, that some places that actually means the low for the next morning, whereas other people, like myself, have it on the day that it actually occurs. And so I thought we'd talk a little bit about this, and the bottom line is there is no standard, but I will give you the reasoning why I do it the way I do it, but I'm certainly open to other ideas. So the ultimate question here is, why the ambiguity? So this is the way I do it now, and the high temperature, of course, is there, and the red, and the low temperature with the blue band. And this is intended to be the morning of this day, okay? So Friday morning, and then this would be on a normal day, Friday afternoon, late, maybe mid to late afternoon up in here. And then we go here, 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 and so forth. Now, the question then, I just told you how I do it, but when do those high and low temperatures occur? So this is how the National Weather Service measures maximum and minimum temperatures. They're observed over 6-hour periods, and this goes back to something called the synoptic code, which is something that was used all through the 20th century. And basically the standard observations measured the high and low temperature over 6-hour periods. And of course, everything is done in Greenwich time, which is 5 hours ahead of us during the winter months and 4 hours ahead of us during daylight saving time. So the max and min temps are observed over 6-hour periods, 0 to 6Z, 6 to 12, 12 to 18, 18 to 0. For Eastern Standard Time, that translates to 7 p.m. to 1 a.m., 1 a.m. to 7 a.m., 7 a.m. to 1 p.m., and 1 p.m. to 7 p.m., and 1 hour later than that during daylight saving time. So it would be 8 p.m. to 2 a.m., 2 a.m. to 8 a.m., and so forth. The calendar day max, which is what goes into the books in terms of, how we evaluate the climate for a given year, it does go from midnight to midnight. So since there's a 5-hour difference during standard time, that would be 5Z to 5Z, or it would be still 5Z to 5Z in daylight saving time, but because we turn the clocks ahead 1 hour, then it would be from 1 a.m. to 1 a.m. And this is why I think I mentioned a few times on the air that during the daylight saving time period, I cannot officially say what the high or low is or whether or not we broke a record or not until 1 a.m. because of the fact that we're still going by that midnight to midnight standard time standard. Okay, so for our part of the world, most people consider the period 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. relevant to the daytime high and 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. relevant to the overnight low. So since they do it in 6-hour chunks, you would take the lowest of the two lows from 7 p.m. to 1 a.m. and 1 a.m. to 7 a.m. and the highest of the two highs from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. and 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. Does that make sense? I hope. This, of course, can fall apart if a strong cold front arrives overnight and temperatures fall the remainder of the day. And we've seen days like that where maybe it'll be unseasonably mild at midnight. It'll be about 60, and then this big Arctic blast will come through during the overnight period, and the high temperature during the day is nowhere close to what it was at midnight. So the official high for the day goes into the books as that 60 degrees at midnight. So there is no standard. There's no law that says you have to do it a certain way. To me, it always made sense to place the high and the low temperature on the day that they occur, not the next day. I mean, if you're going to label it Monday and the low is going to occur Monday morning, then why would you put it on Tuesday? Okay, that's just the way I look at it. Others use the low temperature on a given day to mean that night into the next morning or the next day, okay? If the low occurs most days around sunrise the following day, why would you not display the low temperature on the day that it occurs? A staggered display might be the best way to eliminate all confusion. And so that would look something like this, where we would have the high temperatures staggered against the low temperatures. And so if you looked at it sequentially from left to right, there would be no doubt that the 40 came before the 60, and that comes before the 45, and so forth. Or we could even put arrows to really drive that point home, that the 60 comes after the 40, the 65 comes after the 45, and so forth, okay? Or what about this? We could do it instead of vertically, we could do it horizontally, where we actually label it Tuesday morning and Tuesday, Wednesday morning and Wednesday, and we have a little weather icon that would, show you what the weather would be like for both the night and the days. That's something we don't have a whole lot of room to do right now. And then the low and high temperatures would be off to the right, and you would see again they would be sequentially going down the page, and so you would be able to tell exactly what order all of that came in. Okay, so let me know your thoughts, okay? And if you have an idea that I didn't mention here during this video, I am all ears, no question about it. The bottom line is, if communication of weather information is not done well, then it doesn't matter how accurate the forecast is, okay? So if there's a way to do this that you've never seen before and you want to share it with me, I am all ears. I am always open to learning new things and always open to new ideas that I can implement to improve the product that I'm producing. So I am not shy about that at all. Okay. All right. That is bonus weather video number 2 for this week. You have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and the daily update will be posted hopefully by 6 o'clock. So again, have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you again soon. See you later.